Well, hello, Leo. Chapter 7, Melody. Ed had to wait for school to end, and he smells Bella's scent in his car and contemplating his attraction to Bella. If she was attracted to him and compared her responses to others, including men. Getting interesting there, Steffi. Unlikely her thoughts would be like Jessica's, since she knew very well there's something wrong with him. Don't we all? Now he thought of those previous repulsing fantasies with Bella. He was already too attracted to her in the worst way. Yeah, we know. Did he want her attraction? The answer should be no, since he's not human. It wouldn't be fair. He wanted to be a normal man. Have to act normal first. What relationship could he give without touching her? He had never felt so human, even when he was human. When he wanted to join World War I. Why would you want to join World War I? It's like I know propaganda-wise, but looking back, it was a really bad war. It was called the war to end all wars. That's how bad it was at the time. Then he got the Spanish flu. How his mother prayed for the war to end. No other love but hers. That made him want to stay. Does Bella feel the same way about him? He's staring at his hands when his family gets in, and Emmett says Mrs. Goff thinks he's on drugs. I wish he were on drugs. And he smells Bella in the car, and he thinks it's getting weird. We all think it's getting weird, Emmett. Alice wants to know why. And he gives her Bella's keys, and he follows Alice as she drops off the truck. Back home they had hobbies: chess, fashion design, TV, architecture, and for the first time in a long time Ed felt ashamed and plays the piano. Esme is happy he's playing again, and Ed wonders why Rosalie is such a bad temper. Well, it could be that you're threatened to expose the entire family to the world, which, if that would happen, the Volturi would come down and light your sparkly asses on fire. Why killing Bella didn't bother her. Always about her vanity. Don't you bring down Rosalie. And he laughs. Esme tells him to keep playing, and Rosalie goes to the garage. Esme asks if his new song has a name or a story, and calls it a lullaby. Edward imagines Bella sleeping in her bed. Alice sings along. How can you sing when it has no lyrics? Esme tells him it'll be fine, and he'll work it out. He deserves happiness. Fate owes him. A clear favoritism there, Esme. He wishes he could believe it. She tells him he's the best and brightest of them all. Raising your kid up like this, making them believe the most specialist snowflake, is a good way to fuck him up. Ed thinks every mother thinks that, and Esme reassures him Bella will love him back, even if she's a bright girl. She can't imagine anyone being so slow they can't see what a catch he is. Oh my god. Okay, first off, he's a creepy fucker. He's a murderer. He's a stalker. Like any girl with survival instincts and that creep radar would be able to tell to stay away from this guy as far as possible. Alice wants to know what he was laughing at Rosalie about. He plays the piano and thinks of Rosalie's humiliation, and thinks her jealousy is 1,000 times more petty than he is. He wonders how she would be if she wasn't so beautiful. Since her change, she expected all other males to worship her beauty, and it aggravates her that he didn't want her. He thought she was past it. She rowed that any beauty wouldn't reach him. Now, how she's offended like that he likes a human girl, or the fact that you're putting the entire family at risk. And how would she think of Bella as plain? No doubt it's jealousy. How could she think of Bella as plain? Well, first off, she's got no personality besides bitch. Second off, yeah, she's like, I've seen the movies, I've seen the graphic novels. Nothing bad on Kristen Stewart, but like, she's not winning any beauty contests. Alice just tells Jasper Peter and Charlotte are coming to Forks. Edward gets mad that they're coming since Bella's blood appeals to others. Alice says they can trust them. Ed plays the piano again, but for hunting early. Emmett fights a bear, and Edward watches as he kills it and wishes they were stronger to be more fun. And Ed can't turn off his mind reading to make it a fair fight, and Emmett wonders why he keeps Bella silent. And Edward growls at Emmett to stay away from her. Emmett says being an insensitive jerk is his natural state. Ed's been thinking of how fragile humans are. Emmett says it sounds like Emmett says he sounds like a creepy person. Ed says imagine all the dangers that could happen to Rosalie if she were human. Emmett says the worst in Forks is that she gets rained on. Yeah, Edward, like, you're overblowing it a bit. Edward anguishes about his big, strong hands, and Emmett says he's more controlled. That the van was an accident, and Ed says the worst is a vampire to fall in love with the human. Emmett can't see the drawbacks and thinks it's too much trouble. Emmett thinks to vampirize her. He and Rosalie didn't mind. Edward says that he can't ruin Bella's life. She wants it, Edward. She begs it for you for 3 books. She's his whole world. Doesn't see the point of it without her. Emmett says she won't last forever. Can't even touch her. Sex. He's talking about sex. Ed can't think of that. He's trying to figure out how to leave and realize it's too late for him to stay. He has to stay for a while, and it'll be her unlikely protector. He's going to run back and check on her now. Emmett says Alice will call if anything happens. She's as weird about her as he is. Lesbians, people, lesbians. And his actions are exactly like a crazy person. Thank you, Emmett, for speaking for the audience. Bella is sleeping when Edward sneaks through a window. He even brought oil to grease the hinges. Ugh, this is like premeditated shit. And he felt as ease being near her. He inhales her scent and wants to know what is in her head. Nothing. And he looks over the changes in her face and thinks she looks tired, and he thinks of how he doesn't own her. She's not his. And now he's sad again. He sees scratches on her palms and reasons she tripped, listens to her talk in her sleep, and since they are friends, he could ask her questions, and he wonders if she thought of him on the trip. And he thinks of the reason he's never been to the beach, forbidden by the treaty, but the Quileutes could also not reveal anything of them. One thing he doesn't have to worry about. And he's angry at the sun for keeping him away. He leaves and hides in the forest beside her house and follows Bella's scent through. Wonders why she came there alone. And he can't bring it up without exposing all the illegal shit he did. He'd never know what she did. Hello, Leo. You enjoy using my book as a pillow? He'll never know what she did there. She could be... She courted bad luck, but now she has a protector who would keep her from harm as long as he could justify it. And he wished Peter and Charlotte would stay longer, so he'd have an excuse. And that's chapter 7, Melody.